I want to start, first of all, by thanking Mark and Duffy, who are not only two very close, dear friends, but I think two people who have really fought so hard for equality and civil rights in this community. I don't think they get enough credit for what they do, but the passion that they have had here, and the passion that they have shown for so many years, no doubt, has changed people's minds and changed many in this community's minds. And they really are. They're incredible advocates, and I hope that ESPA, this community, really, truly appreciates what they do. I want to thank my beautiful wife, Barb, who has been 25 years this September, I might add. So I'm on my best behavior for the next 3 months. Who is and somebody who is just an incredibly important part of my life, and somebody who I give all the credit for. I have two daughters who could not be here tonight, but I'm blessed with my family and my friends. I want to thank Ross Levi and congratulate him on his election and appointment tonight as Executive Director of ESPA. I want to thank Joe Tarver as well for all his service. And I'm going to be very brief. I want to thank somebody who's not here, and that's Alan Van Capel, who I remember sitting in this room many years ago when he was here addressing an ESPA dinner. And I remember thinking, what an incredible leader, what a powerful advocate, somebody who just, the voice, the passion, the leadership that he showed, I think really has made a huge difference. I know he's gone on to a new career, but he's somebody who's just a powerful leader, a powerful advocate. I wish Alan the very, very best. So thank you. I want to read one thing, and that is a quote from Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., and it was on the front part of the op-ed piece, and I think this says it all. Our lives begin to end the day we become silent about things that matter. And I think Dr. King nailed that with something that really does matter. And ladies and gentlemen, Rochester is the home of Susan B. Anthony. It is the home of Frederick Douglass. There's something special about this place, and for those who are visiting, there's a spirit here in this community that perhaps you might not know about, but you feel it when it's here. It has been a hotbed for civil rights for a long, long time. I mean, look at those two individuals who are a big part of our history, what they stood for. I think the issue we're talking about tonight, the issue of marriage equality, is something that is a civil right. It is something that is being denied people based on who they are. And what we need to do is just make sure that those who are in the position to take a vote are those that have the courage of their convictions. And I want to applaud Senator Adams, who is here tonight, for his position. I want to thank people like Joe Morelli, who has voted yes. And I know David Kuhn is here for those that had the courage to stand up. And there are many of those who did not have the courage to stand up, but I think in their hearts they believe this is the right thing to do. And maybe just through a lot of hard work and advocacy, someday they will see and they'll vote with their hearts and with their conscience. There really is no other choice. And I'm just very, very proud that you would recognize us tonight, but it is something I should be recognized for. This is, to me, a fundamental issue of what we should be doing for all of us in elected office, for those that were elected to represent people in this community. It's not something extra. It is something. This is something that is just so fundamentally American, and so I appreciate very much the recognition, but I think the recognition goes to people like Mark and Duffy, the leadership of ESPA, those who have fought for civil rights for so long. And I'll close with one comment. I was at Mark and Duffy's house many years ago, and I think what Mark and Duffy have done for me and for Barb and for our kids is they might not realize this, but not only are they friends, but you know what? We learn an awful lot by listening to them. And you listen to what people go through. I was in their house one night, and I don't even remember who the person was who approached me, but came up to me and said, I wasn't mayor, I think I was running for office, and said, Bob, I have to say one thing. For those that think this is just an issue of choice, I say this: why would anybody choose to be discriminated against? And it was something that was so powerful in terms of what she said, and I think that is what we have to convey to people out there, that it is about who we are, it's about standing up for people's rights, and I just hope that someday this state will follow the liberal bastion of Iowa, which already has been. And I have a friend of mine who's a mayor of Des Moines, Iowa, and the mayor of Des Moines is very proud of what they have done out there. And I just would hope if people do vote and stand up to their convictions about what is right, and in our case, follow the leadership of Susan B. Anthony, of Frederick Douglass, of Dr. King. I think those are the people that put their lives ahead and really sacrifice their lives for what is right and what is just, and it's people's rights. So thank you so much. I want to thank ESPA for your support. God bless you.